What is up? What is the word? What is up, people? This is the King O Caesar bringing you unboxings, gear reviews, and tutorials. And today we got a special day. Today is the day we all been waiting for. It's the 23rd of June. And as everybody knows, 2.11 has dropped. Now, I haven't had a chance to really dive deep in it. You know, there's been a lot of people who've been in the beta group, and they've been posting a lot of features about 2.11, and you know, so far everything has been positive. You know, we didn't get a chance to see the instruments. There's a reason for that, but in this video I'm going to go through the things that I've liked, you know, because it's one thing of watching other people do it, but then it's another thing of actually getting to touch it and just, you know, get a feel for it. But like I said, I didn't get a chance to really deep dive yet. I will be trying to go live every day and go over a new feature, because I think that would be the most efficient way for me to like do this versus me trying to record a whole bunch of videos. So for the next couple of days I'm going to be trying to go live. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I do tutorials, music tutorials, teaching you how to use the MPC and different gear in my studio. I also do unboxings of the gear that I use for the people who are in the marketplace trying to find new gear. And I do review gear reviews too on the actual units that I use. So, you know, I have videos on the MPC, what I like, the stuff that I don't like, comparing it to other things such as the Machine Plus and why I think it's better than that. So if you guys are new here, please consider subscribing. So like I said, we're going to jump right into this. And the first thing we're going to talk about is some of the good things. Now, MPC, they've been doing a great job. Akai's been doing a great job of implementing things to make the user experience better. So we have a whole bunch of brand new things that you can do to improve your workflow. Some things I think is lacking, but I'm gonna go over some of the positive things first. So right here we have my MPC. And right here you can switch over. I know you guys seen these in different videos. So you have like a shortcut, you know. So you can put like, not only do you have these shortcuts, but you can also repurpose this and put the things that you use the most in here. You know, you can also repurpose like your whole overlook. So let me zoom in here too, so you guys can see this. So you also can go into the menu, and if you go up here to edit, you can move all this stuff around, and you can put whatever you want in this sidebar as far as your shortcuts. So for instance, if you use pad mutes a lot like I do, and you don't use the XY effects, you can take this and move that right there. Or hold on, let me see. Let me take this pad mute and just move it in there. So now, instead of having the XY effects in there, now you have your pad mutes. I use pad mutes all the time. So, you know, track view, I don't really use track view that much. So I wouldn't really use that. So one thing that I do use a lot is program editor. So what I would do is take that and replace that. So now when you go into your shortcuts, now I see my program edit, and I see my track view. Somehow that got switched around. So let me go back in here, edit, and let's do pad mutes right there. And I want my sounds back in there. So that looks good right there. I'll go back to main. Like I said, go back over. Now you have, you know, all the stuff that you use a lot right here in this side portion. And you can also customize these two as well to correspond with your pad shortcuts. So for anybody who doesn't know, the pads correspond with each one of these button icons. So you have 16 right here, you have 16 pads. So if I hit menu, if I hit menu and then pad 9 is going to take me to my sampler. So that's what I'm saying. But you can customize these the way you like. So if you want to switch these, you can do that. I think that's a great function. Another place where I think that they did a really good job is the actual shortcuts. So you have this button right here that says sounds. You can click on here and it takes you to this. And not only does this look great and is aesthetically pleasing to me, you know how it looks, you can actually go in here and find your key groups. You know what I'm saying? You can go in here and find your plugins. One of the downsides to this, let me just go through the positive stuff first. So you can go in here, you can find your key groups. You can go in here and find your plugins, and it has a very nice looking UI as well for like your different instruments. Now you can click on these. You can click on these and assign these to your track. So right now we have tube synth or hype synth on there, and I can pick from the different categories, and I can pick, you know, different presets. Now, with the presets for your plugins, if you want to make them a favorite, you can click down here where it says sounds. Let me go in again. You can click sounds and they'll take you to favorite. If you like this, hold on. If you like this preset, you can hold one of these, and now you have that as one of your favorites. And it has 16 pages, man. So like if you're a person that uses a lot of plugins and different presets, you can do 16 pages of, it looks like 16. So I think that's dope. Another thing that is really dope that I like about 2.11 is what you can do with drums. Oh, I got that muted. Now, can you guys hear this? I hope you guys can hear this. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear that. All right. Right? I always thought that they should have implemented this like a long time ago, but they finally did it, you know what I'm saying? But now you can take any one of these patterns right here, and instead of going through all, because this is how you used to have to do it. You used to have to go to menu. You used to have to no, first of all, you would have to go to a new unused track. Then you would have to go to Keygroup. Then you would have to go to menu. Then you would have to go to program edit, and then samples, and you will have to find that sample that you wanted to create a key group. Now you see how many steps that was to do that? Let me go back. You used to have to go to you used to have to find the one that you wanted, know where it is. You'll have to go to an unused track. Okay. Switch it to key groups. Then you will have to go to the menu, then program edit, then to samples, and then right here you will have to find that sample. And I don't know why it's not letting me play it, but it should be letting me hit the pad and it should be playing. So maybe that's a bug too. Like, you know, once you update this, there's going to be bugs that you're going to have to work through. This is something that I think is a bug, because usually when you hit these pads, whatever what's the name that you're on is will play. So this is not playing, so it makes me think that that must be a bug, because that should be playing. But anyway, that's how you used to be. That's how you used to be able to turn your pads into key groups. Now, what you can do is you can go here. You can go to Program Edit, and now that you see this is green, now that's selected. You can go up here to where it has the keyboard up here. You can hit that. Now this has made this a whole key group. And not only has it made it a key group, but now you can use pad perform with it if you want to. I don't know why you use pad perform with a bass or whatever, or 808, but if you wanted to, you can. But it's just that's just super convenient, because it takes out so many steps that you used to have to do to get to this point. Now you can just click on the actual program, go to Program Edit, and turn it into a key group, and it creates a new track for you and sets the key group up, and it also allows you to use pad perform if you like, which I think that's super dope. More security, like we knew that we was gonna get. When you go up here, because settings is down here. If you guys are used to the old UI, the settings used to be up here at the top. It's not there anymore. Now you have to go down here and it says preferences, but it still has the little settings jog wheel. So you click on that. Now you can see what plugins you have and which ones are activated. You have to actually sign into your Akai account from your MPC. Now that's a good thing. A lot of people are gonna say are gonna be, some people might be mad about that. You know, some people are probably gonna agree with me, but it's a good thing because this is more secure. You know, it's gonna keep your make sure that it's just basically more secure. You know, and it's gonna, and if anything happens where you lose your plugins, it allows you to download them right from here. So I was able, because we're going to talk about this in a second, these plugins don't come with here, but I was able to do a free trial of this plugin and download it directly from here. And I'm pretty sure it put it into my content folder that I already created for these plugins down here: the Hype, Mellotron, Selena, Odyssey. You know what I'm saying? I believe it already put it in there, because when I went to the actual plugin and actually used it, everything loaded up just fine. And let's check out this UI. So this is one of the new plugins. This is the Studio EP, the Stage EP piano. And I think what they did with these, they look very nice. This seems like it's like a Rhodes type of piano. Let me see if I can cut this up a little bit more. You guys saying you're having trouble hearing the MPC? Well, I hope you guys can hear that. Like I said, this is like a Rhodes piano, and it sounds pretty good. But this does not come with 2.11. Okay, and I'm pretty sure there's more things in here that I'm gonna like, that I'm gonna go over. Like everything that I'm going over, I'm gonna do more in detail. I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna try to go live every day. I'm gonna deep dive this thing and really tell you guys how I feel about it, the things that I think are good and the things that I think are bad. So far, the things that I can see that are good, I'm letting you know first because we want to go through the good stuff as well. I like the fact that this has a guitar tuner. Now, I don't have my guitar plugged up, but there are plenty of videos that show you that this thing has a guitar tuner. And I think that's great because, you know, tuning your guitar is important. It's important, man, but it's just more than that too. People who use synthesizers and modular gear, when they're creating like patches and stuff, sometimes they have to tune, the synthesizer to the actual keys to get it to sync well with different oscillators and stuff like that. So this serves a purpose in more than one way, you know. And like for those people who do like to play guitar instead of having one, like I have a tuner on my dedicated pedal that I have running through my mixer. But for the people who don't, if you want to hook up your guitar and you need to tune it, that's a great added feature. Let's see what else we got. I played around with like the ratcheting a little bit. I played around with the what they call it, the proposition, or what is it called? Let's go to grid mode and look at this stuff. Yeah, probability and ratchet. I can see myself using ratchet, you know. Um I don't really know like how much I would use it because I'm just good at using like the note repeat, and I usually can get my hi-hats done like that. But if I want to go in there and like deep dive and like do some real fine editing, I believe ratchet would be pretty good. Uh Probability, it could be good for like people who make electronic music. It's not probably something that I would use that much, but I think it's all right. I haven't gone over any of the new effects. I haven't really had time to go over that, but that's one of the things that I'm going to go over. Now, I talked about some of the good things because to me, so far, those are the highlighted things that I really like about the MPC in 2.11. Now, we're going to go into the downsides, the things that, you know, aren't that great, that some people are probably going to be pissed about, honestly. And one is that we don't get any of the new software instruments. So, like I said, when you go back in here, you can see if I zoom in that these are the new plugins right here. And you see how they have a red X next to them? That means that I don't own these plugins. Now, one thing that I will say, and I will give Akai kudos on, is that they do give you a chance to do a free trial, and the free trial is 9 days. So it's 9 or 10 days that you get to try the new instrument. And like I said, once you start the trial, you can download it right from here. It'll put it where it needs to go in your browser. You won't have to move any folders or anything, and it just works. So that's one of the great things about having this system too, is that you'll be able to get your plugins and the new stuff right from Akai, and you'll be able to download it right from here over the internet. And I think that's pretty sweet. That's kind of like what Native Instruments has, and I think that's a great quality, or I can't talk right now, man. I swear I feel like I'm just like maybe if I'm looking at you guys, I'll be forced to do better. What is going on with this? Oh man. Hold on, guys. I must have changed some settings in here not too long ago, because this isn't supposed to look like that. Okay, that's better. Oops. Let's just move me down here. Okay. But like I said, having this is better. It's good for that. It's good for downloading the plugins. It's good for knowing what you have and what you don't have, just in case you want to get the new stuff. And like I said, I think it's great that you get a free trial. But what I think is one of the downsides of this is what these things cost. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I know Ghetto Styles is here. Is it mpcstore.com? Ghetto Styles? Let's see if Ghetto Styles. Let's see. Ghetto Styles. Can you tell me again what the name of that website was to buy the plugins? MPC. The mpcstore.com. That's what it's called. All right, let's take a look at this. Now, this is the store where you can get these at. All right. Now, you can order these. You can order these and activate them straight from because I imagine once you buy these from here, you get an activation code, and then it'll send it straight to your MPC, letting you know that you got the new plugins, right? So let's check out what these are costing. So let's add the fabric collection. Okay, for the fabric collection, I don't think this is too bad. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? But you get 4 plugins basically for $250. So if you want all the fabric all the fabric plugins, you're gonna pay $250 to get them all, and that's the bundle. Okay. Now you got the MPC instrument collection. That's $499, and it comes with Fabric XL, OP, 4 organ, stage piano, stage EP, and studio strings, which I haven't demoed. They could be great, right? They could be, really great plugins. They give you demos of what they sound like. They talk about them, like which each one of them does, and stuff like that. But you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for $4.99, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4 for $2.49. So if you got this bundle and then you got this bundle together, you're looking at paying like $750. And I believe, after talking with Ghetto Styles, that if you bought each one of these separate, you'd be coming out at like $1,000 if you bought each one of these plugins separately, because each plugin is like $100 and some dollars. Let's see what this studio. Well, $150. So this air stage piano is $150 by itself. Let's see what Studio Strings is. 150 bucks. So each one of these looks like it's about 150 bucks by itself. So if you buy each one of these separate, you'll be coming out like $1,000. And then if you buy them together, you'll be paying $750. Okay, $750 and then you would get Fabric XL twice, because Fabric XL comes with the MPC instrument collection. Now, the only problem I have with this is this, and I'm gonna show you. All right, I'm gonna show you right here. That's my stuff. Let's get away from here. I don't need you guys looking at that. Let's go to the competitors. Let's look at what the competitors are offering. Okay. Complete 13. Just complete 13. That's like the light version. That's like the basic one that you can get is $600. So $150 less than what you're gonna get those plugins for. And you're gonna get 68 instruments and effects, over 36,000 sounds, and a 320 gigabyte library. I didn't even see how many gigs those plugins were. Let me see if it even tells you that, like how much a massive sound library of over 5 gigs of content, over 5,000 patches and sounds for any genre. You guys heard that? Now, I don't want to be the one to be picky or anything like that, and that's why I'm saying, like, that's why I just want to show people is that, okay, Akai does great stuff, and like the UI and stuff for 2.11 is great, but I didn't think that they was gonna come out the gate and be charging like native instrument prices for plugins when they just got into the plugin game, first of all, and then on top of that, give us like way less than what the competitor is giving us. So like I said, right here we have Complete 13. Right now they have a sale going on for people who want to upgrade. It's the summer sale. You can upgrade for way less. So if you guys do have like Complete, I would advise you to upgrade. If you guys wanted to upgrade, this is probably a good time because the upgraded prices are half off. So, but going back to what I was saying, 68 instruments, 36,000 sounds versus 5,000. 320 gig library versus 5 gigs for $150 less. Now, if you're talking about buying each one separately and going to 1,000, now you get Complete 13 Ultimate. 118 instruments and effects, 67,000 sounds plus, and a 545 gig library. And when I tell you guys that Complete has some really, really official shit in it, I am not exaggerating. Like I have this version right here. I have the Ultimate Collector's Edition, and like the brass and the classical instruments that you get, the ensembles and the woodwinds and the brass and all that stuff, it's like some of the best I've heard. East West has some good stuff. There's other companies that do really good with emulation as far as like real instruments. Like, but I feel like Native Instruments does it right when it comes to plugins. And so I just honestly don't think that this is a great offer. And I couldn't really recommend it because I mean, on the flip side, this thing is good, right? Because because okay, it's gonna be optimized with the MPC, so it's gonna work flawless. It's gonna be all that, but I still feel like it's too much, and that's just my personal opinion. Some of you guys might want to still go cop them. If that's you, then you know. But for me, I just think it's too much. One of the other good things though that one of the other good things though is if you buy the keyboard, which we know dropped today. We got the Akai Mpc 61 production synthesizer to come out. If you buy this, then I'm pretty sure you get all the instruments that come with it. So all the new instruments and stuff, you will get them. And I think that's giving people more incentive to go out and buy the new hardware. I think that's one of the reasons why they're making us other people the ones now. We're the petty ones. The what you call that? The peasants. We're the peasants now. You know, if you don't have this thing, then you don't get the upgrades. But if you do end up buying this, which I feel like is still a great price at $18.99. Some people like to disagree with me or not. I think for what this thing can does and what it comes with, I feel like it is going to be a great value, and I still want one very bad. But you know what I'm saying? This is the only way that you're going to get all the instruments is if you buy this. So if you are a person who wants the Akai MPC Key 61, it did drop today, and most likely you're going to get all the sounds. And it has great I/O, and it has an expansion bay for hard drive, so you can put your existing hard drive if you have an MPC, or put a new one in there and back the one in your MPC up and put it in there, and it'll work. It'll just work. You have two mic inputs. You have four mono outputs, or two stereo outputs. 8 CV gates, places for expansion pedals and sustain pedals. You know, the transports, you know, the button shortcuts, all that stuff is great. And a lot of the new features that we got, some of the stuff that I haven't went over, I know was designed specifically for this keyboard. So anybody who's buying this keyboard is going to be on the up and up. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the bad things. Another downside to 2.11 that I'm gonna touch on real fast too is that I love the fact that you can go over here, you can go in here, and you can save your presets if you want to for any synth, right? Let me go over here. Let's go back to here. Go back to your MPC. I like these shortcuts, and I like that you can get in here and you can search for your plugins, and I'm happy that you can search easier, and they make it easier. One thing that I wish they would do, and I think hopefully this will come in a later update or something like that, I would like to be able to preview the sounds. I know Ghetto Styles touched on this, and a couple people touched on this already, is that I would like to be able to preview the sounds that I'm looking at, because right here I can't preview the sounds. Another thing I feel like they should do is when it comes over here, because you can go back and then key groups. Like you can set up an assignment, and this is what I would tell everybody to do right now, just as a shortcut, just to get you where you need to be, is find all the key groups that you really like, put them in one folder, and you can create like a shortcut folder to go to there. See, like I have my Caesar pack right here. You know, I can go in here, and these are all the key groups that I've made. You know, and I can go through them. But again, I can't preview any of them. So I wish I could preview on it. I wish I could preview them. And then also on top of that, I cannot save any of my key groups that I like, my favorite key groups. I can't go in here into this page and then save a favorite key group. It only lets you do that for plugins. So I think that's a downside. I also, when it comes to drum programs, you can do the same thing. So like I said, for people who want to be smart, optimize your workflow, find all the drum programs that you like, create a shortcut for them, and that's just as easy as holding down one of these blank spaces. It's going to tell you to find the location, and then you can go throughout your storage devices and find the folder where you keep all your drum programs or whatnot, and then save it as a shortcut, and voila, there you have it. Shortcuts that have like your drum kits. Like that's my King kit. I use that all the time. I use that in like so many beats. You guys hear any beats that you guys heard, you know what I'm saying? Like this one, I'm pretty sure this is the King kit. So put all your used drum kits, all the ones that you guys use a lot, in the same folder, and then you can create a shortcut. You can have many shortcuts, but I'm just a simple guy. I want to have my stuff in like one place. So I do think that's great, but it would be nice to be able to go into your favorites and then be able to save like your drum kits. Like I feel like each one of these should be one page. If you can't see it, like this is for drum programs. Let me have a favorites for drum programs. This is plugins. Let me have a favorite for just my plugins. Let's go back in. This is my key group page. Let me have a favorite for just my key group so I can save the stuff that I want to. I can get to it quick. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a drawback. Now, as far as like first impressions, I am impressed with what they've done. I think like so far so good, but the only thing that I don't like is that we didn't get any of the plugins. And I'm hoping that, because they said that we were going to get some effects plugins. Like I said, I haven't got a chance to really look at that yet, but I will be diving into those and seeing what we got new, and I will be reporting to you guys on that and letting you guys know what I think about that as well. But I think that we should have been able to get like maybe one or two plugins, especially if they're gonna charge us, like they're gonna charge us for each plugins. And like I said, I think that Akai has came a long way as far as like what they're doing and how they're innovating and how like the plugins have gotten better. But do I think they're on the level of native instruments when it comes to their actual plugins and their quality and the sound? I don't think they're close yet. So, and this is a person who's been using both for multiple years now. So this is the manual. It tells all the stuff that's in the new update. When I get to work tonight, I'm gonna print this out and I'm gonna read through it and see if there's any like hidden features. It's 15 pages long, so looks like they put a lot of stuff in here, made a lot of bug updates, added some stuff that maybe some people are not talking about that is gonna be very useful. So I will dive deep into this and report back to you guys. But enough about this stuff. You guys heard what I had to say. And like, this is just my opinion at the end of the day. You guys get what you like, do what you like, buy what you want. And, everybody's their own person, and whatever works for people works for them. But I'm going to jump into the chat now that I've seen has been going crazy. Shout some of you guys out that's been in here. Like, I appreciate all you guys for rocking with me. So, and see if I can answer some of these questions you guys have right now. Sorry, I've been kind of like neglecting y'all. I ain't been neglecting y'all on purpose. I just been trying to, because obviously I'm freestyling this. Usually my speech is better than this and all this, but I just wanted to jump straight into this and get my first impressions and tell you what I like and what I was able to figure out in the short time that I've been able to mess with 2.11. So I haven't been neglecting you guys. I've just been trying to get my thoughts out, fast, and try to articulate it well, of course, too, so I don't sound like a moron. So let's go through the chat, see what we got. The chat is going up. We got Kirk share the gospel. Welcome, thanks for being here, man. Wow. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to catch up with this, honestly. Where's this? Where's the beginning of this? Okay. Ghetto Styles, let's go. Welcome, Ghetto Styles. That's my dude. Get my mic right here. We got Martin Theme in here. Let's go, people. Rakim. Yeah, you're right, Rakim. You know what I'm saying? He said let's start with the fact that the MPC fabric isn't included and that it costs $250. Other than that, still a happy camper. That's what's up. We got Martin Theme again. I don't own a art Odyssey. Jamie Rice, what's up, bro? On Axis, welcome, bro. Thanks for being here. DJ J Trill, thanks for being here. Ramik, what's up, bro? Thanks for being here, bro. Oh shoot, man. So I hope I wasn't super low the whole time, bro. I always turn this thing on max, bro, and I be thinking that I'm like loud, bro. If you guys like, and I gotta figure out how to boost these levels too. Go to the. Let's go to properties and see if I can boost these levels a little bit. Nope, that's as loud as they can. As loud as they'll go. Hopefully you can hear me better. Maybe I just need to talk into the mic a little bit more. I tend to do that sometimes. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? Ramik. Yeah, the 2.11 is nice, DJ. It is nice, For what we're getting, I still think that we're blessed. The whole plug-in thing, like, disappoints me. So, let me see. Dang, man, everybody talking about my volume, bro. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I should have looked in the chat and seen that earlier, bro. Sorry about that, DJ J Trill. Hopefully I sound better now. It kind of sucks that I'm like kind of at the end of this, and I'm deciding to be loud now. Hebrew Child was good, man. It's been a minute, but it's always a pleasure to have you, bro. Carter Gold, what's up? Thanks for being in here. Said you about to get started. Which keyboard I get between MPC Key or the new Phantom 06? DJJ Trill, that just depends on what you want to do, man. You know, if you want the like, if you already have an MPC and the controller keyboard, and you don't really need, you know, because I'm pretty sure the Roland Phantom comes with way more sounds than the MPC Key. It's just about what you want, man. You know what I'm saying? If you want more, you know, if you're gonna use the Phantom, because if I got the Phantom, what I would be using it for is its sounds. You know, I know you can use it to program like music and stuff like that, kind of like what the MPC does. But there's no unit like the MPC. So if you want something that does it all, then I would probably go with the MPC Key 61. Plus, we know that if you get it, you're gonna get all the sounds, the new sounds that come with it. So, you know, me, that's probably what I would do. If I'm gonna use it just purely for the sounds, then I would get the Phantom. If I'm gonna use it as like kind of like my centerpiece MPC hybrid, you know, then I'm gonna get the MPC Key 61. Like I have like I know you guys can kind of see it back there. You know, I have a Motif 88. It's one of the old ones, like the Church Boy, the one that you see in the church all the way. But it still has great sounds, and I use it for its sounds. So I don't think you need to have like a million thousand sounds, because most producers only use, you know, certain sounds anyway, and they only really explore when they're just trying to like come up with new things or just making themselves. Most producers stick to like using the same sounds for real. So having a million plugins and stuff, like I have Complete 13 Ultimate, the collector's edition, and I can tell you for a fact I haven't messed with half the plugins in there yet. But it's nice to have them though. I'm just saying that. Because I am a person who believes in having things and not needing them versus needing things and not having them later. So that's just my take on it. Let me see. On Axis, like I said again, man, I'm sorry about my audio, bro. Yeah, if I was at work, I'd be doing the same thing. Andrew Lee, welcome here. Ghetto Styles was giving you the crying eyes, man, because Ghetto Styles knows what it is too. We be doing the same shit. Yeah, this would be fire, man. Let me see. Lift the noise in the building. What's good? Lift the noise, my brother. Lift the noise in here. Oh yeah, man. Andrew Lee said he's been watching all Ghetto Styles for the record has like uh probably like 13 videos on the new 2.11. So if you guys are here and you need to check it out, I would go watch his videos too. He has like a video covering a lot of stuff on 2.11, because you know he's like, you know, part of the testers, I believe. Let's see what we got. Moving each one. Yep, I'm gonna download them too, but I don't want to download them until I probably download them tonight. You know what I'm saying? Download them tonight and see where they are. Because once you download them, you only got 10 days. So people, if you're trying to do like, if you're somebody like me and you do YouTube and you want to make some content, like make sure you download them so that you can make some content with them. That's just my take on it. But yep, definitely take advantage of the free trials. Oh, you said you're not gonna download those on your live. Oh, okay. Lift the noise. Let's see what else we got. Y'all in here, y'all in the chat going crazy. Said, what you waiting on tomorrow for? Lift the noise. You ordered it too? Don't tell me you ordered it too. Oh, you placed this order this morning. Okay, so it looked like you and Ghetto Styles really is in a race because he got his coming too. I gotta hook up. I gotta hook up on one too. I just don't got the money to take advantage of it. I was talking to Ghetto Styles earlier, man. I can get it. I can get it for. I can get it for a nice price, but I can't just. I just don't got the money right now, and I'm mad because I went to Vegas, and like before I went to Vegas, I had the money. But that YouTube conference I went to was everything, so I'm not that mad. UK prices $9.51 for all the plugins. I can't tell if that's pounds or like. Forgive me. 7 root 80M. Welcome here. Let me see. Which one are you interested in, Lifted Noise, if you're not interested in fabric? Let me see. Oh, there's a lot of people in the chat, bro. Andrew Lee, like I said before, if you're looking for a centerpiece, something that's gonna stay in the studio, I would recommend getting it. You know, if you don't want to get, if you already have like 3 MPCs like Ghetto Styles, and if you got 3 MPCs like him, he's got like pretty much every single MPC of the new ones. You know, probably some vintage ones too. I don't know. But if you got it like that and you just have to have it, I guess if you got the money to swing it, then do it. You know, but if you don't really need it, then you know, probably spend your money on something like the Rolling Phantom or something like that. Lift the Noise, you definitely need to get an SSD, bro, to change your life. You know, SD cards are great, but they're not the most reliable, you know, long term. Let me see. Furious Styles, welcome here. All Out Online, welcome. 20 gigabytes. No 20 gigabytes, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna have 32 gigs of storage. 32 gigs of storage. You know, roughly 16 of that being used on content, I believe, or you know what I'm saying, like the sounds that's in there. Yep, 5,000. I think it said 5,000 sounds. Let's go back over here to where it said. Yeah, 5 gigs of content over 5,000 patches. Okay, versus like Native Instruments, 36,000 sounds, 68 instruments, and 320 gig library. Okay, True King. Yeah, it would take Alfred Dawson. Welcome. It would take a long time to sample the patches, but that is an option that you could do. And you're right, you can't use it in standalone. So it would be great to like have the plugins just to do that. But honestly, like it's not the fact of that you have to pay, you know, to get it, because I believe that what they're doing was a direction that they were going to eventually go in. I mean, me and Sight, we talked about this on the live stream that we had about the MPC Key, you know, 61. We talked about the possibility of having to pay for the plugins and whatnot. My only problem with it is I just think it's a little bit overpriced. When the Machine Plus came out, and I said the same thing about the Machine Plus, it's not that I don't like the Machine Plus and don't think it's a good thing. Do I think it's better than the MPC? I don't think it's better than the MPC. Just like I don't think the MPC plugins are better than Native Instrument plugins, and that's apparent from a lot of people, not just me. A lot of people will tell you that they don't think that the MPC plugins are where they need to be yet, as far as that. So the fact that we know that that's the case, in the case of the Machine, why would you charge so much for the Machine Plus when it's not even on the same level as the Machine, as the MPC 1? Now, if you go back to this and you flip it on its head, why would you charge so much for the plugins when you know they're not up to par with complete plugins and they're offering them for a way better value? That's what I'm saying. It seems like these companies be doing weird stuff to me, and I just don't understand it, because Akai has to know everybody's supposed to think that they're the best, right? But I'm just sorry to say, if you're not great at something yet, you gotta be realistic too. I just don't think it's a great value, bro. I'm just being completely honest. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you can use them in standalone, and they're probably gonna work way better than Machines. Their plugins work for the Machine Plus, so I will give Akai that. They're probably better optimized, and they're probably going to work. You're going to be able to download them, and they're going to work, and it's going to be great. But I still don't think it's a great value. Now, buying it, getting the keyboard and paying that $1,800 or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and then getting them all in the keyboard, I think that's worth it. That's why, if I wanted all the plugins, instead of me just going and paying like $700 or $750 to get all the plugins, I would probably just save up the rest of the money and just get the keyboard so I could have the unit too. That's just my take on it. Let me see. Okay, so you said you heard the download said 20 when I went to download it. Okay, so it's 20 gigs. So you're saying that the whole thing is 20 gigs. Okay, 20 gigs is 20 gigs, but it's 20 gigs still 350 gigs. I don't think I'll all out online. I don't think that the version on the MPC is watered down. I think the versions that they have on the MPC, even the standalone versions, are very optimized for use for the MPC specifically. So I don't think they're the watered down versions. I thought that we were gonna get like dumbed down versions. Like for instance, you have Fabric, and then you have Fabric XL. I thought we was gonna get Fabric for free, and then if you wanted to upgrade to Fabric XL, then that would be like a paid upgrade. I didn't know that Fabric was gonna be on its own. Then you would have Fabric XL and all that stuff. I thought we were gonna have like kind of like light versions of plugins that you got for free, and then if you wanted to upgrade it to the full beast, the whole shebang, and get all the features and all the the patches, all that stuff that you would be able to upgrade for a price. But that's not the case. So it does have a SD card, lifted noise. I would like to know where. Is it on the side? Could be on the side. Is it in the front? Because I didn't see anywhere for it in the front either. If you guys seen that too, Lifted Noise said that the specs, he read the official specs today, and SD slot is included. Okay, let's keep going. Touchscreen on MPC, new touch. Yeah, the it does run standalone. It's gonna run standalone. All the plugins, all the new plugins are gonna run standalone as well. You can use thumb drives for various reasons. Various things. Drew Driver, thanks for being here. Let me see. Am I almost through all these chats? Okay. Yeah, like I keep seeing people say that it's gonna be 20 gigs. 20 gigs is a lot for sounds. To be honest, it is. It really is a lot of sounds. But like I said, if you get all the synths and you get 20 gigs, you could pay. Let's go back to here. You could go right back to here, and for $1,000, well, this is actually $1,200, but they do run sales, so I'm pretty sure you'll be able to catch this sometime. You could get 545 gigs of sounds, 67,000 sounds, and 118 like instruments and effects. I just think that's that's a better value, to be honest. And these plugins do sound amazing. But the one caveat to that is that you cannot use them in standalone, which I will give Akai. They do optimize their plugins very well for the MPC in their products. So that's the one downside of buying this. You will have to use the MPC Key in standalone mode, or you have to use your MPCs in controller mode in order to use these. But you're gonna get way better sounds. But I will give Akai kudos on the fact that they do optimize the plugins really good. Like the Machine Plus, they have the Machine Plus has problems with running the plugins in standalone mode for their program. That's what I heard. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure I've seen a couple videos where they were saying that the Machine Plus, one of the drawbacks of having it and having the plugins is that you can't really use them in standalone mode without like maxing out the RAM and stuff on it. Now, this is something that me and Ghetto Styles talked about. Now, I would be willing to pay the money if they're going to let you upgrade when they release new stuff for like a set price. Like, that's not that much. Like, every time you upgrade with Native Instruments, it's like a $500 upgrade, right? Well, if Akai did like 100, 150, maybe even 200, like every time they drop like 5 new plugins, they let you upgrade for a certain price that's reasonable, then I think that might be worth it. But oh shoot, I'm tripping. Sight is in there. I am sight. What's good, man? You said peasants. I'm flabbergasted. What the hell? We got Ali Star in here. I'm gonna just shout you guys out because honestly, I'm like 13. I was supposed to leave at 5 o'clock to go to work, and now I'm about to be running late. So I'm gonna go through here, shout you guys out, the people that's in the chat. I'm gonna try to read through the questions and answer them in the next video because, like I said, I'm gonna be going live every day. I'm gonna take this thing with me and deep dive in it, learn more stuff, play with it. Get in depth with it so I can give you guys more insight and go into more detail with each part. And download some of these demos and look at some of these instruments that we have too as well, so you guys can see how those are. But yeah, let's go through here. We got Jabba Rings, thanks for being here, man. 7 Root 80 M, thanks for being here. Kirk share the gospel. I think I shouted you out already. My boy I Am Sight, Ram. Who else do we have in here? We have House of Latin. Thanks, bro, for coming through. Jamie Rice. Michael J. Chesky. That's an interesting name, bro. Thanks for being here. Drew Java. What's up? Mr. Spacely. What's up? Thanks for subscribing. Let's see what else we got. I shout out my boy Ali Star. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Basin Tanner. Thanks for being here, bro. Basin Tanner. Tactical MIDI. I like that name, actually. Tactical MIDI. William Big Will. What's up? BJ. Jamming since birth. What's good? Sonic Vibe 420. Thanks for being here. Derek Mills. Thank you guys for being here. Destructo. Face Monroe. What's good? Adam Malcolm, thank you for being here. Okay, Adam Malcolm, like if you run the update, it's gonna say that. I think that's a bug. Like when I push the and I'm gonna look into that more to make sure that that's correct, because I don't want to be incorrect. I hate giving out incorrect information, but I do believe that that's just a bug, because when I downloaded the trial, it just worked. All the like before, if you remember downloading 2.10, you actually had to put the content, the synth folder, into like the hard drive where you wanted to use it or read it from, or the sounds didn't work at all. You couldn't do anything. But when you download the sounds directly from the unit, they just work. So whatever they did, they like kind of optimized it in a way that is going to put them where they need to go. I'm guessing, but I could be wrong. I'll look into more of it. I don't know nobody who asked this, but hey, like I said, I appreciate you guys for being here. You know what I'm saying? Check me out. If you guys are new here, please consider subscribing. Like I said, I have tutorials. I do tutorials on how to use the MPC. I'm going to be covering 2.11 and the keyboard when I get a chance to get my hands on it. I'm going to be going into, and more in depth about, the new features of 2.11. I do have tutorials on my channel on how to use the MPC and different features that you can do, like as far as auto sample, like different things like that. I do gear reviews, unboxings, and I just like to share the gear that I have. So if you guys are in the marketplace to you know, cop some of this stuff. You get a first look, first glance. And my channel is growing, so as my channel grows, there's going to be more and more stuff that I put on here, and with the help of you guys, I'll be able to achieve all that stuff. So like I said, consider subscribing, and I thank you guys all for being here. Check out Ghetto Styles videos if you guys haven't done so yet, because he has a lot of videos on 2.11. I'm pretty sure Matthew Stratton does too. Everybody in the verse, there's a lot of videos floating around right now on 2.11. So if you can't get to mine before you want to see them, because like I said, I'm on the outside looking in, just like you guys getting this right here today. I didn't get a chance to play with it, you know, ahead of time, but I'm going to do my best to cover it and give you guys my perspective on it. So, you know, just check me out, subscribe, like the video, share it with people that you think need to see it, and, you know, let's rock out. But like I said, I got to get to work because I'm still a working man. I still work for the man. But you know what I'm saying? I will check you guys out. You guys be safe, stay blessed, and I'll catch you in the next video.